Okay, let's just get right to it. You spent years, maybe your whole career, mastering SEO. You know how to climb the rankings, build authority, and drive that sweet, sweet traffic. But lately, does it feel like your best work is wearing an invisibility cloak? Well, it's because your entire SEO playbook, the one you've perfected, it's written in a language that AI literally does not speak. So let's fix that.
Does this sound familiar? This is probably the #1 frustration I hear from super smart SEOs right now. I mean, you're doing everything right. Your page is #1 on Google, it's packed with amazing info, but then you ask ChatGPT a question and it spits out an answer from your competitor. Or even worse, it just makes something up and doesn't cite you at all. It is maddening, and you're absolutely right to be frustrated.
So what's the deal? Here's the thing. The problem isn't your skill, it's your mental model. The entire foundation of search has shifted right under our feet. So what we're going to do today is shatter that old way of thinking and build a brand new one that's designed for this new world of generative AI.
And the very first piece of that old model we have to shatter is this core misunderstanding that's probably holding you back the most. And it's the idea that large language models, LLMs, are just smarter search engines. They're not. They're not even close. And thinking that they are is a huge trap.
Just look at this breakdown. It's so important. A search engine is a librarian. You ask it a question, and it runs to its massive, real-time index to retrieve the perfect book or web page for you. An LLM, on the other hand, is an author. It's already read like a giant portion of the internet, and when you ask it something, it doesn't go fetch a book. It writes a brand new summary for you on the spot based on everything it's learned. It's generating, not retrieving. And that changes everything.
Right. So think of an LLM as a pattern matching machine. It's basically a giant compression file of internet knowledge, all squished down into a web of statistical probabilities. Its only job is to predict the next most likely word in a sentence. It's not looking things up. And that's the light bulb moment, isn't it? Trying to rank for an LLM is like trying to get your name into a book that's already been printed. It just doesn't work that way.
Okay, hold on. You're probably thinking, I see AI answers with super up-to-date information all the time. How is that possible if the book's already printed? Great question. This is where things get really interesting, and it all comes down to a process that happens in 3 distinct layers. Okay, so layer 1 is the pre-training data. That's the huge static library the AI was originally trained on. It's the foundation, but yeah, it's stale. Layer 2 is the prompt time context. That's just whatever you happen to type into the chat box. But layer 3? External retrieval. This is the real game changer. This is where a system does a quick search before generating an answer, finds the most relevant, up-to-date snippets of info, and injects them right into the AI's short-term memory. This is your new front door.
So how does that external retrieval actually find anything? It's not using a keyword search. It's using something called embeddings. You have to think of embeddings as the AI's native tongue. It turns words, phrases, whole concepts into a kind of numerical fingerprint, a vector that represents its meaning. So when that retrieval system is searching, it's not looking for keyword matches. It's looking for the closest semantic fingerprint to your question. It's all about meaning, not words.
And all of this brings us to the single biggest mental shift you have to make. I'm just going to say it. The goal of ranking is dead. It's obsolete in this new world. You are no longer fighting to rank on a list. You are fighting to be selected.
Think about it this way. In the old world of SEO, we focused on making our content easy for crawlers to read so we could achieve the goal of ranking. Simple enough. In this new world of LLM optimization, or LLMO, our focus is now on making our content easy for retrieval systems to find, with the goal of being selected to become the raw material for that final AI answer.
And of course, that changes our metrics. Keyword density? Gone. It's useless. Repeating a word over and over is just static to an AI. The new metric we need to obsess over is semantic density. You have to ask yourself, does my content create a rich, dense cluster of related concepts? Does it cover a topic so comprehensively that its meaning becomes an undeniable match for a query? That is what gets you selected.
And what about the holy grail of SEO, backlinks? Well, while having authority might be an indirect signal way back in the training data, it is not a direct factor for these new retrieval systems. You know what is? Structured knowledge. How clear, how organized, how completely unambiguous is your information. A retrieval system will pick a clean, well-organized piece of content over a popular but messy one every single time.
And finally, the very unit of content has changed.
We used to optimize the page. We built these long, comprehensive pillar pages. Now we have to optimize the chunk. You got to start thinking of your content not as one long article, but as a box of index cards. Each card has one single, crystal-clear answer on it. Because the AI isn't going to grab your whole 3,000-word article. It's just going to grab the one perfect index card it needs.
Okay, so we've torn down the old way of thinking, we've built the new one. Now for the fun part. Let's put it into practice. This is your new playbook, your action plan for actually getting visible to AI.
So here are the 5 pillars. 1. Chunk-level optimization. Write every paragraph like it might be the only thing the AI ever sees. 2. Semantic density. Go deep, build those concept clusters. 3. Explicitness wins. Be ruthless about clarity. Define your terms, state your facts. 4. Structured knowledge. AIs absolutely love clean, predictable formats like lists, tables, and Q&As. And 5. Entity-based writing. Name-drop known tools, people, and ideas. This helps the AI connect your content to its existing map of the world. This is your new foundation.
Look, this whole shift from ranking to selection, it isn't just a temporary trend. This is the future of how we're all going to find and interact with information. The lines between a search box and a chat box are blurring every single day, and mastering this now is going to put you so far ahead of the curve.
And what does that future look like? Well, we're talking about hybrid systems that merge the best of both worlds. We're talking about AI that can pull from your personal calendar or emails to give you hyper-relevant answers. We're talking real-time APIs for breaking news. It's all happening, and the key to being a part of it is mastering retrieval.
So let's just boil it all down to this one simple truth. Your content now has 2 audiences. It has humans and it has machines. And if you're not speaking the machine's language, the language of clear, semantically dense, easily retrievable chunks, then for all intents and purposes, you're invisible. So the question you have to ask yourself is, are you going to stay invisible or are you ready to get selected?